Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and wow, do we have some great things coming out today. This one right here was great from XRP Crypto Wolf. XR3 execs, new mission, run $100 trillion fund trade on private blockchains. FAC is built on R3's Corda. FAC will bring distributors, transfer agents, custodians, and intermediaries involved in the buying and selling of units in a fund onto a DLT XRP. Then he goes on. McNulty said FAC is expecting to do a raise at the end of this year, and live production is slated for June 2020. FAC will be built using the full commercial version of R3 Corda as opposed to being an open source core DApp. R3 Corda licensing will be wrapped in the license for FAC. The blockchain is targeting transfer agencies, messaging, and then aims to build out into asset services. Most things that are going to go into production in banks need enterprise R3 Corda. So I am building on an enterprise version from the outset because that's where we'll end up. And then Crypto Eddie weighed in and said, this really piques my interest more than the Libra white paper. This space is blowing up like I experienced in 1999. Good stuff. Okay, next, this is from Otto Van Bismarck at Otto Gunger. Fidelity International has also launched a game that allows staff to simulate trading cryptocurrencies, volatile digital assets underpinned by blockchain technology. Now, this reminds me of something, and this is an article right here, but it reminds me of something. A lot of people don't remember this. Back when the internet came about, you could not go onto an E-Trade account or a Charles Schwab account and trade at home the way that you can now. Trade for yourself. That was a new thing. E-Trade and things like that, Ameritrade and all that, that came about when the internet came about. Here's what this reminds me of. They're talking about, it says, Fund Manager has also launched a game that allows staff to simulate trading cryptocurrencies with cash prizes for top performers. Well, what this reminds me of, when I was at Auburn University, and this would have been around, this was somewhere between 93 and 95, I believe. In one of my finance courses, our professor it was a trading competition, a stock trading competition, and they used a service, and I don't remember what it was called, but I want to say that it was administered through E-Trade, and this is before E-Trade became a whole big thing. I want to say that it was through E-Trade, but they literally had this system where we would call in and we would place our trades, and then the course that I was in, it was a competition to see whose portfolio would increase the most over the course of time. And so I remember this competition because I was one of the top 3 winners, and I was investing, kind of value investing type thing. But anyway, the point is that I believe what that was, as I recall, and don't quote me, but I believe it was E-Trade testing investors, individual investors. And I believe that it was kind of like a testing ground. But that's what you're seeing here. And I want to read this. They're talking about Fidelity coming into this game. The move follows reports that the fund manager's U.S. sister company, Fidelity Investments, is close to becoming the first big fund manager to set up a crypto trading desk. Fidelity's U.S. business has been reaching out to European startups to explore how to utilize or invest in their technologies, according to sources. And then go down here. This signals to the market that traditional financial investment in digital assets is likely to increase, and they intend to maintain their institutional first mover advantage, providing access to digital assets to their mutual fund and pension clients, as well as private and institutional investors, she said. I've said this from day one, folks. they've been saying that, oh, this is just digital assets right now. This is just an institutional thing. But it's not just an institutional thing. These people are bringing their institutional customers in as the first wave. The final wave will be them opening it up to their retail investors, folks. That's the way the game is played. The rich people, the rich private wealth people, all of those people are going to get first shot. But guess who got the shot before the first shot because of the nature of digital assets? That's you and me, the people that were here before traditional Wall Street decided to come. And it's my belief, and always has been, that they are in great part responsible for the 2018 bear market, and it was all a design to prep them for coming in. And you're seeing it. It never was just going. Digital assets never were just going to be an asset class, a new asset class for institutional investors. That was just the first salvo of traditional finance. Okay. Next, from Michael at VAL5 Links sent me this. And this is fascinating, folks. From Ali G at Ali_G_Ali_. Can someone please tell me why a Ripple employee is wearing a shirt with Ripple / the AU symbol for gold? This is serious. And now what this is, on the 4th of July, this was tweeted out. I remember because I used it as one of my thumbnails, and I put XRP right here. Well, I'm always impressed by the smart people out here in Twitter land because they find things that others like myself miss. Look at what is on the shirt of this guy. It's the Ripple logo, and then it's got AU, which is the symbol for gold. And they even zoom in on it, or they show you that AU is the symbol for gold. Now, who knows if that means anything, folks? But what I do know is that I have, I think that I've covered articles where they're talking about the gold standard. People are looking at the gold standard. We saw that Judy Shelton, that's the Federal Reserve, one of their Federal Reserve picks from Trump, talking about how we need a new gold, how crypto, this could somehow be crypto tied in or whatever. We've heard that kind of talk. I've covered it. This kind of thing really perks my ears up. Okay, next from NBK Crypto at NBKLYRAD. This is interesting. This is a video, and you can go to Bloomberg Markets and Finance to watch it. Mark Mobius of Mobius Capital Partners, co-founder and partner. This is worth you watching. What this is, and you'll notice in the title, Mobius, the place to be is in stocks and gold. Bloomberg can't even bring themselves to put in the title what this guy actually said. But if you watch this, he's talking about where in the markets are kind of jittery right now. He's talking about where he thinks that your money should go. He's talking about gold and how that'll be a safe haven type thing. But he brings up crypto once, and then he brings it up a second time, and the guy on this stops him. I'll show you the guy. Let's see. Well, if I can get the panel up here. They're right here. This guy right here stops him and says, "Wait a minute. Now you brought up, he said Bitcoin, but I think he's brought up crypto. He said you brought up Bitcoin once, and then you brought it up again." And then this Mark Mobius goes on to say, he says, he's in so many words, he says, listen, this crypto thing, we're seeing a movement to this, kind of like as a safe haven asset. And he basically said, if I keep seeing this, I'm going to become an investor. Well, that says to me that he already is an investor, but don't quote me on that. But the fact is, he brought it up and they didn't even want to talk about it, but he is like an old school financial guy. Next, from Crypto Cubanito at XRP Raconteur. This is interesting to me because what you are starting to see right now, and I keep seeing articles about Christine Lagarde and how she's been put up to be the Christine Lagarde. Okay, she's the incoming president of the European Central Bank. I didn't know that it was set in stone, but I guess she is. Christine Lagarde is not a central banker. She's just what Europe needs. And what I'm seeing is a lot of articles like this where they're talking about how she's coming in at the perfect time, and she's coming in at the perfect time because Europe is entering into financial crisis mode, and she is just the one to help them. And guess who she is the biggest supporter of? Ripple, folks. Ripple and digital assets. Okay, at XRP Big Time, I'm not going to go into this article. It speaks for itself. Utah launching a sandbox program for fintech innovators. Utah's regulatory sandbox program allows participants to temporarily test new financial services or products on a limited basis without otherwise being licensed. So you can see the adoption wave coming across the United States. Okay, Chinu Patel at Chinu Patel 29 sent this. Now this is interesting. Watch this, folks. This is it shows you gold versus crypto. If you put $1,000 in crypto and look what has happened over time, that would be XRP there at the top. And you're seeing the dates. They're starting around 2014. Now you're in 2015, and it's showing you what $1,000 invested in crypto has done. Definitely worth your time to go watch that. You can get that from at Philip Nunn UK. Next, this is a tweet from Shalini. India's National Police Academy launches 2-day cryptocurrency course for IPS officers. Official announcement, educating law enforcement to know the difference between right and wrong in crypto is a positive step towards regulation. Make no mistake, folks, India is not banning anything. India is coming all in on crypto, and when they do, it will be a boon for crypto big time. Next, and finally, Jaquito McPhee at Jaquito McPhee sent me this. Thought this was great. At Red7822, just relax, we are going to be good. And it says, I accept XRP for hugs. And it's got this cute baby on this picture. So that's great. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button. And tell your friends and family that I too will accept XRP for hugs. Thanks for listening.